If I told you that one of the healthiest diets in the world is also one of the easiest to stick to, and involves things like pasta, olive oil, and bread that isn't cardboard, would you believe me? Well, today, we're breaking down the real truth about the Mediterranean diet, one of the most researched, most misunderstood, and honestly, most delicious eating patterns on the planet. And to kick this off, let me borrow a thought from Stanford nutrition researcher Professor Christopher Gardner. He basically says, we don't need another miracle diet, we need one people can enjoy enough to actually follow. And that's exactly why the Mediterranean diet just keeps winning. Stick around until the end because we're unpacking the science, the myths, the lifestyle, the challenges, and whether it truly deserves the crown. 1. Setting the stage. What is the Mediterranean diet? You've probably heard Professor Walter Willet from Harvard talking about it for, I don't know, 3 decades now. He's been waving the Mediterranean flag since the 90s. But here's the tricky part. What does Mediterranean even mean when the region includes places as different as Spain, Italy, Greece, and Morocco? Do these cultures eat the same foods? Do they share the same traditions? Is there one unified diet? Spoiler, not exactly. And no, the Mediterranean diet is not just. It's olive oil. That's it. End of story. If that were true, half of Pinterest would be cured by now. 2. Overview and definition. Core concept. The Mediterranean diet is best understood as whole food, plant-based, flexitarian. The core building blocks look like this: a mountain of vegetables and fruits, beans and legumes, whole grains, olive oil, yes, but not worshipping it like some liquid deity, fish, occasionally poultry, and modest amounts of meat. There's some debate around alcohol and dairy. Some versions say yes to wine, others say no. Some say Greek yogurt daily, others say optional. So the definitions vary. Lifestyle component. But the original Mediterranean diet wasn't just about food. Think, shepherds in Crete walking 10+ miles a day. Long siestas. Lots of social eating. Midday sunshine. Low stress. It was diet plus lifestyle, not a list of macros. 3. Scientific evidence and why this diet has strong data. Unlike most trendy diets, the Mediterranean diet has been tested in huge, long-term randomized controlled trials. It's shown lower mortality, fewer hospitalizations, better long-term health outcomes. Why is it easier to study than other diets? Because people can actually stay on it. It's enjoyable. It's varied. It's not wildly restrictive. Try running a 10-year study on boiled chicken and sadness. Good luck. 4. Short-term versus long-term health outcomes. Short-term improvements, like lower cholesterol, better blood pressure, improved insulin response, can show up in weeks. But long-term outcomes, heart attacks, strokes, require years of research. The Mediterranean diet shines in both, which is rare in nutrition. 5. What makes it different from low-fat or Western diets? Part 1, compared to low-fat diets. Here's a surprise, the Mediterranean diet is not low-fat. It's often 40 to 50% fat, but those fats come from olive oil, nuts and seeds, avocados, fatty fish. It's high in unsaturated fats and low in saturated fats, which is a fantastic trade. Part 2, compared to US and UK standard diets. The Mediterranean diet basically flips the Western plate. What it reduces: meat as the main event. Processed meats, sorry, bacon lovers. What it increases: vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes. This whole swap transforms metabolic markers dramatically. 6. Whole foods emphasis. Mediterranean eating is about minimally processed foods. Not whole grain bread that's basically cake in disguise. Not low-fat yogurt filled with 32 grams of sugar. Traditional Mediterranean foods tend to be fresh, perishable, and nutrient-rich. Basically the opposite of things that can survive in your pantry longer than your houseplants. 7. Carbohydrates and whole grains. Whole grains are not the enemy. They're grains that still have their fiber, minerals, and nutrients. Examples: farro, barley, millet, quinoa. These can be used as a base for a whole meal, pair with vegetables, nuts, seeds, fish, or yogurt. It's like meal prep, but without sadness bowls. 8. Oils, beans, and legumes. Mediterranean cultures use olive oil generously, not by the shot glass, but as a seasoning and cooking fat. Most oils are fine for cooking, the problem is when we treat them like beverages. And then we have legumes, truly the MVP: chickpeas, lentils, kidney beans. They're nutrient-dense, full of fiber, inexpensive, and store forever. Basically the only thing in your kitchen more dependable than your rice cooker. 9. What happens in the body when switching diets? Part 1. Major issue in the US diet. About 40% of calories in the American diet come from added sugars. These are sugars that manufacturers add to foods, not the natural sugars found in fruit or milk. Foods high in added sugars include soda and energy drinks, sweetened iced tea, and flavored yogurt. Refined grains. These are grains stripped of fiber and nutrients, leaving mostly starch. Common refined grains include white flour, white rice, white pasta, and white bread. Part 2. Physiological effects when you change that. When you cut out simple carbs, you get fewer blood sugar spikes, better insulin responses, more stable glucose levels. We've seen this with CGMs, continuous glucose monitors, confirming the difference in real time. Part 3. Macro reframing. Once you remove 40% junk carbs, you free up space. You can fill it with vegetables and legumes, more low-fat, or healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, more Mediterranean. Both are solid choices. 10. Challenges of adopting the Mediterranean diet. Here's the catch: the Mediterranean diet requires actual cooking. You can't just grab a protein bar and say Mediterranean vibes. It's flexible, which is great, but also confusing. Is this Mediterranean? Does hummus count? What about wine? Is this olive oil brownie healthy? Grocery stores do not make this easier. Many healthy-looking foods are ultra-processed in disguise. 11. Adherence difficulties, keto versus Mediterranean study. In research, the Mediterranean Plus, Med Plus, diet is amazing but tough to score. You have to hit multiple targets: whole grains, legumes, healthy fats, veggies, seafood, not just low carbs. Keto actually scores higher on adherence because the rule is simple: carbs equals no. The advice: don't overhaul your whole diet in one day. Learn it piece by piece. Master one habit at a time. 12. Grocery shopping barriers. Unlike organic or keto approved, there's no Mediterranean label on foods. You have to learn what whole foods look like. And you have to navigate a sea of deceptive marketing, such as low-fat, but ultra-processed, high-protein, but 35 ingredients, made with whole grains, aka 2% whole grains. It takes practice. 13. Final verdict: the Mediterranean diet gets a double thumbs up, not because it's trendy, but because it's tested. It's flexible, enjoyable, sustainable, whole food focused, plant forward, and includes